That's what it's all about right there.
Holy cow!
That is what we are after right here.
Badfish Outdoors is brought to you by Raleigh and Helens, the biggest muskie shop in the world. Trophy Technologies, Muskie Innovations, Timberwolf Construction, Badfish Outdoors Guide Service, TrophyRoom.com. On this week's episode of Badfish Outdoors, we take a muskie road trip. We begin in northern Minnesota with Mike Crawford and Dwight LaBrose, then return to central Wisconsin and fish the Wisconsin River with Tanner Wilds and Justin Geike. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Well, here we are. It's mid-June. Fish have been going pretty good. We're on kind of a weird bite right now. The weather's been stable here for about 3 days. Finally starting to warm up. We're throwing really slow topwater baits. Right now we're throwing hog wobblers. It's been just phenomenal. We've been putting a lot of big fish in the boat. Most of the fish are holding on the outside weed edges. I got a feeling that today we're probably gonna end up getting a few more. They've been really active the last few days. Yesterday we put in a 52 and a 46. It should go today. I think it's gonna be a great day.
I'm just going to talk a little more about what Mike was talking about, this mid-June fishing. We're getting small windows every day. We finally got a little bit of stable weather. We got the water temperature up to about 68 degrees, and we're seeing a window about 10:30 every day, and then another one about 4:30. And we're just slow rolling some hog wobblers and trying to find some active fish off these weed beds, and they like the steep breaks out into some deep water. So we're just working some fish and see if we can put one in a boat.
Got her. Here we go. I don't have her hooked very good. Oh, into the boat. Ready? Put her in there. Get in there.
There we go. All right. My man. That's her. Here, let me get her up in the front here.
Oh, let me call you in 5 minutes. I got it.
Oh, you got her ride. That's why she's pissed. She was ready to eat, wasn't she?
Hooks out.
Beautiful. Hooks out already?
Hooks out.
It's usually easier than this.
And there she is.
There we go.
Probably 42 incher, 41, 42 incher.
We actually just had her miss on a different hog wobbler. She came up and took a swipe, and Mike threw right back at her. And
My favorite part, the release.
there she goes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Nothing to her. Nothing to
There
her.
we go. That's how it's done right there.
Well, here we are. It's a little bit later on in the day. The storm's rolling in, it looks like, just off to our west. There's a good chance we're going to put a big fish in the boat. We've been seeing some real monsters today. There's one that we're fishing right now, 52-ish. Very, very heavy fish. Hopefully the storm gets here and we can get her to go.
Oh, she missed it. Oh. Rolled right up on me. Here we go, here we go, here it comes.
That's all right.
I used to love doing that white one.
Here we are, it's evening. We're throwing topwater out over. What we're doing is we're doing a unique pattern. We're sitting up on top of the structure where the fish normally are, and we're actually throwing out to deep water. What I think this does is causes fish, when they see that bait to come heading in, they just all of a sudden just come up and whap it. They don't want to see it go any shallower. It's what we're fishing is a great big break line. It's a probably 300-yard wide flat with 20-foot deep water right off the edge of it. The fish seem to be right on the edge. Very active. Hopefully we can get a few more.
I concur. I concur with everything Mike said.
One of the things that's very crucial about the way we're fishing right now is we're fishing super, super slow. We're actually working hog wobblers, and they don't get much slower than that. You can't reel them slow enough. If you reel them fast, they pretty much just start diving. The key is to keep them high on the surface. One of the things I also do is I tie my hog wobblers direct so that there's no weight of a leader pulling them down. It makes a big difference. Very big difference in what I've caught, and I have not lost any yet. Due to that, I know there's a chance of it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't know what to say right now. I'm kind of at a loss of words of what I'm seeing going on right now, so hopefully we can just put another guy in the boat and be on with our way here.
I work a very slow hog wobbler, unlike Dwight, who is fishing in the boat with me tonight. He's working it too fast, therefore he's probably not going to get any bites.
All I know is if I work this hog wobbler any slower, I'm going to bounce my head off this boat, because this is about as slow as I can fish, and I just can't slow it down anymore. I'm a speed fisherman anyhow, so if this is what they want, they're gonna have to get through Mike. So. Oh, big one. Here we go.
Not a big one, not a big one.
Not a big one? Man, she moved some water though, Mikey.
Little guy. Little one.
Did she not move some water? Bring her up. There we go, brother. Yeah. Making up, making up. Beautiful.
Nothing better than hog wobblers.
Hog wobblers at dark.
Might not be a monster, but it's fun. It's last light tonight. We figured we'd stop at one last spot, threw out a hog wobbler, came up, hammered it. This might not be real big, but they're all fun. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
That away, Mikey.
Are you a chronic texter?
No, I'm actually turning it off. We're here in central Wisconsin. We're dam fishing with Justin Geike. Kind of a tough conditions. We got a big cold front came through. It's in the upper 40s, low 50s and raining. So we're gonna see what we can do. Just fishing dams from Muskies. It's the first week of the season, and fish should be up in here, and see if we can catch one.
Anytime you're below any kind of industrial plant, be it a paper mill, a power plant, or a dam, you're going to have what I call an artificial water source coming out. Here we have a turbine which is used to generate power. Sometimes it's a warm water discharge for cooling machines, or it's just a spillway. And in this case here, in this water turbines here that are generating power, there's constantly massive current flow coming out here. And even though we're fishing here during springtime, these locations are good all year long. In the springtime, it makes sense because the fish are just done spawning. They're looking for the nearest adjacent food source, and there's a ton of food in this location. During the summertime, these areas also provide a lot of shade and deep water, which means the deep water is going to be a little bit cooler and these fish will summer. The fall time, obviously fish like to be in the deep holes late in the fall. I think a lot of fish winter here as long. So you see resident fish. You know, quite honestly, we've caught the same fish over many years, multiple times. John Sparble, the guides with me, between he and I, we've caught the same tiger muskie in the same general area 5 times now, between 36 and 44 inches. What I'm doing because I'm fishing current is I'm primarily using a weighted bait. And because it's spring, we're downsizing a little bit. I'm using little shad bodies. We're using some of Tanner's spinner baits and getting way up into the current, and almost like a fly fisherman does, utilizing the current to bring the bait down to us, just swimming along a very natural motion, and so far it's working. I skip it all the way up in there. You see I'm not really working the bait much. I'm just pumping it along, keeping it. Ooh, that was a bite. Take your time, I'll play him a little bit.
What do you got, Justin?
First cast on the shad. Feels like a good fish. You haven't gotten a look yet. You never know in this current. It's so hard to tell, but usually they come up pretty quick. Nice head shakes. Oh, it's a walleye.
Big walleye.
Big, Walter. Big walleye. Wow.
That's a big
That's
walleye.
a big walleye.
Saw that. Saw the white tip on the tail.
Here he comes. Get him, get him.
Oh, that's a big walleye. man.
Nice walleye.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
what a hog.
That is.
And that's just a thing about walleyes, you know, so often, and I've seen this especially with Jason and road trolling, you know, how many, 25 to 30 inch walleyes do you get on muskie baits over the course of the year? So often people use jig and minnow or jig and a leech, and because that's what you see everywhere. But man, throwing muskie baits every year in this area here, we always get great big walleyes, and this one is awfully close to that magical 30 mark. What a fight too, man. That felt like a big muskie.
It did. It was fighting like one.
Look at that walleye.
There.
Beautiful fish.
Real nice walleye. Hard fighter. Wow.
Yeah. Just a dandy.
Yeah.
Great way to start the day out. That's our DNR has really done a fine job of putting this slot limit to protect these fish, these 20 to 28 inchers. And it's showing we're seeing more walleyes like this than ever before. Let's get this one back. Beautiful fish. There she goes. Cool, wrong species, but definitely
cool,
right
man.
size. That was neat.
That was
We were talking about the location, that there's a lot of fish up here. We looked right here, about a 37 incher just sitting there right on the surface. That's an important thing too in this area. You know, we're in approximately 10 feet of water with all this current. People would think they need to get down 4 or 5, 6 feet. Most of these fish are within the top 33% of the water column. And those fish that aren't generally nearly as active as the ones that are up high. So even though we've got fast current, I'm seldomly throwing super heavy baits because I only want to get them down a few inches. There he is, I got him.
Same fish
Same
you
fish
spotted
you
there.
just saw. I spotted him, we threw at him, he took off. I jigged that area. Whoa! Nice fish, ain't ya?
Yeah. That was awesome.
This has been a great bait for me. Right now I'm working on a prototype there. Not a giant. We got one.
There we go.
Hey,
nice
all
job,
right.
buddy. Wow, you spotted it up there in the corner and kind of took off. We're like, oh, you just seen a lot of baits, didn't want to eat, and all of a sudden you throw back and you got him right away.
Yeah,
right when he
we were
disappeared.
just saying, I saw that fish. And, we've been in this area for about 45 minutes now. How many times these fish could see baits before they decide to eat? We threw at that fish 6 times before it decided to eat this swim shad here. But we got one.
That's awesome, man. That was
Nice.
a great job.
That was cool. All right, let's take a look. Take a look at our first muskie of the day. Not the biggest one, but it's a great start, especially with this cold front we've had. Conditions are not great today.
Yeah.
There.
Nice.
Nice healthy fish, a little 3-footer here.
Sitting right underneath these dams. Usually it seems like when these fish come up underneath the dams, they're here to feed, you know?
And you can tell they're spending some time up here. Look at the scars on his nose here
Yeah.
from banging in. These fish are usually scarred up, but they're very healthy. Let's get this one back right away.
There we go.
All right. Oh. Now he's holding face up into the current here. Let him catch himself. And there he goes.
Nice. Good way to kick it off.
Yeah, that was
Try to
great.
get some more.
Yeah, try to find Mama. She certainly lives here. We've caught plenty of them in that 4-foot range in here.
Cool. That's the nice thing about fishing up here in the dams. Usually when you see a fish, they're up here to eat.
Yeah.
You know, they don't like to sit up here just to sit up here. They're up here fighting this current to look for food.
Absolutely, and like I just said just moments before I caught that fish that are generally high in the water column, whether it's 5 feet deep or if it's 25 feet deep, and when they are, those are the active fish.
Yeah.
But enough talking to you, let's get
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
Rabbit squirrel tail gets another one. Nice bass. It's a chunk. Well, you got 3 fish today. We got 3 fish today, and they're all different species. We got a giant walleye, a decent little muskie, and now a chunky smallmouth bass. It's a nice thing about throwing these little rabbit squirrel tails. I mean, you get such a variety. You know, I just lost actually a really nice pike that had been 4 different species. He wasn't going anywhere. Oh, use good hooks, don't you? There you go. Got him, thank you. Nice little bass, chunky thing, just hammered it. Put this one back. Like I was saying, you know, in springtime, you know, these muskies are preferring these small baits, it seems like. We're using Tanner's rabbit squirrel tail here. We've got 4 different species now, and it's a nice bait to throw. I mean, right now, these muskies are biting the smaller baits, but also gives you the opportunity for some great multi-species action.
What we're fishing here is we have a warm water discharge coming out of this plant here. It's the first week of the season, the water's still a little cold. So areas like this are just magnets for fish. That warmer water coming in, those fish want that warmer water right after spawning and everything, kind of recover from the spawn. And all I'm doing is you can see the discharge coming out of here, just casting right up into that main current where that water's just a little warmer, and that's where these fish are really gonna be hanging out. And yeah, that's where bait fish are gonna be congregating in here with the warmer water and everything. Bait fish, everything, game fish, everything's gonna be up in here. And always a good spot all year long, really. Nailed a monster spoon. Yeah, it is. Nice. Oh, he clobbered it right on that shoreline. Just giving that spoon, reeling it in, giving it a couple pumps, and oh, got it! All right. All right, nice. Second fish of the day, right at this discharge. Just cast that spoon right up to the bank, gave it a couple cranks, gave it a pop, and then there he did. Just nailed it.
Nice fish.
Just a little monster spoon with a pork rind trailer. So we said spoons are just for pike. We'll get this fish unhooked and get a look at it. When that head came up, I thought it was a giant. Oh, good thing I just sharpened the hook.
Yeah, no kid.
This is all this fish came on. Just a simple little monster spoon, pork rind trailer. Like I said, just give it a couple cranks, a couple pops, almost like a jerk bait, and work it in. Looks great in the water, and this muskie obviously thought so.
Got such erratic action. So many people, you know, gave up on this spoon when they turned 12 years old.
Right.
And why? You know, I grew up fishing on my grandpa's pond and catching big pike all the time. And, you know, anything a pike's gonna be, a muskie.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Just got flash, it's got action, it's got everything, and pike love it, muskies love it, just nobody throws them for muskies.
Hook set percentage is fantastic on them.
Yeah. See what this one looks like.
About a 40, huh?
Yeah, pretty good fish. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice river fish. So, ate that monster spoon right next to shore, early spring, and good fish. Oh, it's got a radio transmitter in it.
Oh, it does. Look at that.
Wow. If you look at it, it's got a radio transmitter in it.
In Tanner, the DNR has not radio transmitted this water.
Really?
They've only radio transmitted the lake above here.
Wow, that's cool.
Nice.
Cool. All right, here we go. Put her back. There we go. Ready to go right away. Wow, that was second cast on the spot. So see if we can't get another one on the spoon. Wow.
Hey everyone, we want to thank you for watching this week's show. And if you get an opportunity, go to badfishoutdoors.net. Take a look at our updated fishing reports, information on our guide service, and go to our sponsor page. Visit their sites and let them know what you thought of our show. They are the ones that make this possible. We'd also like to thank Dwight LeBrose and Mike Crawford for taking us out in northern Minnesota. I had a really good time filming with those guys. It was a blast. You should have seen some of the fish we lost on that episode. Also, go to TannerWilds.com if you're interested in fishing rivers for muskies. He has a full-length DVD out on that subject. Also, hooksetters.biz. They run a guide service in central Wisconsin that's second to none. Check them out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. This is like going from bad to worse. Get that camera off. I'm sick of the camera.